On Footprints this weekend, a high
Prince, is that correct?
Yes. When Saul is playing, it's amazing, and they do a percussion break where him and the and it always blows me away.
Wow.
They will do things from Akotolante, take it to Volta region, go to Asante region, Central region, and they will
that's doing the percussion break.
Do the percussion break, then they come the big one, and then these guys are bad. And then they will call in so mine is the cowbell, and then Mactonto will play the maracas, and then Alfred Manmo will play the tambourine. So that the sound will hit. And will play, and you will see the whole floor. The audience are shaking. Then Teddy will come in with the phantom drum. And the drum is heavy, so when people and so it hits the whole room. Is filled with energy. And those who are not Ghanaians in the band, they are also making noise, but we will know we are in Ghana, and then we will show them our teeth, like hey, and then all of it, we know how to stop. Then we all will cut the music. The audience will still be dancing. Biawe soja made of women yejina awuyi wa mama kai made of biawe soja made of women yejina obi frame me no free mami Osana mi sign.
Join your host Samuel Atamensa as he engages Bessa Simon.
Is proudly sponsored by Creamy Plus Evaporated Milk.
So guys, the truth of it is that I was so busy backstage doing some dance moves, so I went.
So the rest of us were vegetables.
Exactly. I mean, the moves were so good. I had to you know what I'm talking about.
You actually was. Do you want to show them what you were doing?
Maybe in the course of the show, you get to see all of those.
Tomato. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of your favorite social media focal show. 30 minutes, because for that exact time interval, we're discussing everything that's trending on the social interwebs. My name is Lourdes Alexandra Opong, and you can find me on Twitter at @HelloLourdes_.
And my name is Jude Mensa Duncan. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook with the handle @Mensa Duncan.
Exactly. And of course, we'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on everything we're discussing today. So make sure you do so with the hashtag 30 minutes across all social media platforms. And if you're trying to get a little personal or familiar, make sure you send your personal messages, your birthday shout outs, even your proposals to our WhatsApp line 020 444 7033. Anyway, without further ado, Jude, what's trending?
I mean, so we get to tell you about landlords. I know so many of you have very interesting, not so exciting, very annoying. Some actually have very cool stories as well about their relationships with their landlords.
We're not talking about Sarkodie, by the way.
Exactly.
We actually mean the people that own the buildings that you live in.
Not a musical landlord. Yeah, we're talking about, like Lourdes said, people who give you their rooms to rent out. And I mean, some really interesting stories have popped up on social media about a tenant landlord. The life where we get people put snails
Listen, beauty
on their face
is pain,
for
and
cosmetic
beauty
reasons.
is
like,
also with
yo.
procedures. So I mean,
honestly, like I was outstruck the whole period. I'm like, what the hell? I'm more.
all right, ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome,
30
welcome,
minions,
welcome,
boys and
welcome.
girls, welcome back to 30 minutes. We're going to discuss the top 2 trending topics of the day, what you're talking about on social media. We've collected it all the conversations, the opinions, your thoughts and your feelings, and we're laying it right here on this very set. Of course, send in your contributions with the hashtag 30 minutes.
All of it.
Across all 3. First topic.
So delving straight into almost everybody who's had like to rent really a place would have a story or two to tell about their landlord. Well, this really interesting narration of a relationship between a tenant and media apparently is got to do with some connections of a sort into a tenant's room. Charlie, some basa, chaka, nyama connection be like that. And I mean, they got a lot of social media talking. So here you have on your screen the tweet by a Twitter user with a handle at Nebasak. So he tweets and says, tenant come out from where can see, say landlord lay toilet pipe can't pass through in bedroom without his consent. Actually,
Why?
I mean, of all the things, so you also have it in your shot, the toilet pipe connection, actually. And you know the funny thing for me, Lourdes, of all the connections this landlord could have done through the room, it was a toilet pipe the landlord could connect. Like, what is actually going on here?
It's about to be absolutely crazy.
I mean, this.
To you know,
Yeah, I mean,
the
for me,
situation went in, did what they had to do, and then came all the way out. So imagine you're tired from work, you don't even turn on the lights.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what's
going on here?
You
Like,
turn it on and
guys.
surprise. It's a
Worst
good
of it
addition
is
to
if
your
you have
room.
like a visitor, right? I mean, the guys who know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Personally, I've not had to experience it, but like, yeah, I mean, if you have a visitor and like first time coming and like you open your door and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, like what's going on here? Like of all the things in the world,
This
you
isn't very
could-
sexy, by the way. It doesn't really put you in the mood.
it doesn't make any
anything,
sense.
if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And Lourdes, I mean, for me, really, it's the breach of privacy,
It
right?
is,
Because like
100%.
there was no prior connection. Per the tweet we read, conversation
Right.
about the lane of the pipe. He comes back from wherever one day, then all of that in the room. I mean, what if even something got stolen or taken from the room? So, I mean, it raises all sorts of questions. But hey, that's just about one of the weirdest.
best friend had an issue with her landlord where they wouldn't fix. I think there was a bit of what's that thing called? The mold on the ceiling. He just didn't want to fix it, and it was affecting the wardrobe. And so sometimes she'd come home and there'd be mold all over her clothes. And she's paying like an arm and a leg for this space.
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I think the weirdest story I heard about like a landlord-tenant relationship was one that had issued the order of not allowing any other person to come stay by him. I mean,
to sleep over.
To sleep
Well,
over.
what's your business?
Like, come
As
think
long as I'm
about
paying
it. Recognized as being able to stay in the house. I mean, these are some of the weirdest stories we've heard. Seen, I don't know, share with us your bizarre stories as well.
Do you have a monster-like landlord, or do you have a nightmare situation with your landlord? Of course, we'd love to hear it. 020-444-7033 is the number. And without further ado, let's head over to your reactions and see what you're saying about this particular situation. All right, so Agbelimo K with a bunch of numbers says, Ibi Choco, where this thing will happen. Where's Choco?
The stereotype, I'm not too sure, but like, yeah. All right, so Isaac Oben Ado1 tweets and says, report arm straight, give police and rent control. I agree with this, Isaac.
Elton J _ says, right there and then, my $1 million lost. He for paid.
Charlie, I feel you.
100%. Menu, sorry.
All right, Menu _ Crooks tweets and says, meaning the landlord or lady has extra keys to your doors. I beg you for security reasons, change the lock, keep the old one if you are moving out, and then replace it. That's my advice.
1000%. I've been Hassan a bunch of numbers says, nah, like I'll just take my balance and leave.
Yeah, simple, like finito. It shouldn't be that deep. Wusufel7 tweets and says, imagine there's a leakage in the middle of the night.
You're finished.
You're done.
You're finished. You'll wake up and best believe the things you've never seen before in your life will be laying beside you.
Charlie, how are you coming back from this?
You'll be scarred. That's therapy straight, if you can even afford it. Yusuf Young Slim says, I dare see lots of what you go do, it be your house comments, and that's why these landlords get away with their crime. If I charge the landlord with the missing huge cash, illegal break-in and things, sense will enter their heads. I'm thinking, what are the contractual obligations between both? And are there even any contracts signed between people? Like actual paper?
Ideally, so the rent control, I think it's an agency under the Ministry of House and Ministry of Housing.
And are they effective or productive?
By and large, a lot of the reports we hear, it looks like a very dormant state agency. But like,
wow, I'm so surprised! Oh my goodness! Like most of what happens in this country.
I mean, and for me, the bigger problem has got to do with like the legal implications of this, right? I mean, not too long ago on CTTV, it's a Question of Law program. Some of the panelists delved into the do's and don'ts involving relationships like that. This clearly looks to me as one. Snails walk on your face and do whatever they are doing on your face.
Why are we being discriminatory? And the thing is, as long as it works,